Breathwork isn't simply moving air in and out of your body. How you breathe determines whether your body feels activated, elevated, and stressed, or whether it feels calm and relaxed. Today I want to show you and have you understand why your nose is one of the most important tools that you have available for better health, for better sleep, and certainly for better regulation of your nervous system. Before techniques and before routines, before any optimization, nasal breathing is foundational in any breathwork practice that you do. So let's learn about our nose a little bit more. I know I talked about our breathing physiology in episode 2, and if you want a deep dive there, you can check that out. But your nose, most of you are familiar with. You see it right here in the center of your face. What I want you to understand that our nose is not just a direct pipe to our lungs, kind of like our mouth is. And think more of our nose as a way it slows the air down as it brings air into our body. I want you to think of your nose much more like a canyon that weaves backwards and forwards than a tunnel that goes straight to our lungs. Evolutionarily speaking, we are born perfect breathers. Any of you who watch a baby, whether they're feeding or sleeping, they breathe through their nose, and they are very comfortable and happy doing so. From that perspective, our body is used to and designed to breathe through our nose. When you think about it that way, your mouth is the emergency pathway. The nose is the primary design. Behind this thing that sticks out in the center of your face is your nasal physiology, our sinuses. And it takes up the size of an orange to a grapefruit. And it is perfectly designed to prepare the air for reception in our lungs. When we think about the nasal breathing, we think about slowing the air down, cleaning the air, filtering the air, humidifying the air, and pressurizing the air for optimal reception. The other big part of nasal breathing that a lot of us fail to realize is the production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide production is up to 5 to 20 times more when we breathe through our nose as compared to when we breathe through our mouth. Nitric oxide acts as a vasodilator, for one, and secondly, it helps improve the absorption of oxygen in our bloodstream by up to 20%. So we're getting greater use of the air that we are breathing when we use our nose. The nasal breathing isn't just bringing that air in, it makes that air much more usable. This hole is much smaller than this hole. So when we slow our respiration rate down, we send a relaxed signal to our body. So that signal is parasympathetic dominant, gets us into that rest and digest state. It reduces our stress load, and it improves regulation. So when we're thinking about regulation, and especially when we're talking through a frame of breathwork, we have to talk about the vagus nerve. Nasal breathing encourages slower breathing. We're slowing our inhalation and we're slowing our exhalation. When we have that low, slow through the nose inhalation, we are mechanically stimulating our vagus nerve. And on that exhale, we're sending that relaxed signal to our body to reduce our heart rate and to send us into a more parasympathetic dominant state. That's happening because our vagus nerve is an integral part of our parasympathetic nervous system, which regulates digestion, it regulates stress recovery. And so someone with a high vagal tone is able to recover from a stressed or an elevated state much more quickly. Someone with a lower vagal tone usually has challenges with inflammation, certainly emotional regulation, and anxiety very often. Vagal tone is also often measured with HRV, heart rate variability. So high HRV is synonymous with high vagal tone, which is beneficial for regulation. And low HRV, synonymous with low vagal tone, means we are less able to bounce back from stressful situations. When you breathe low, slow through your nose, you're telling your nervous system that it is safe and it will slow down. So that's a lot of information. And really what I want to give you is some tips on how to integrate nasal breathing into your daily routine. You want to start in low stress modes. As you're waking up or before you go to sleep, simply practice low, slow through the nose, relax, slow exhale, bringing balance to your breath. Nasal breathing while you're walking is a great way to use it as well. Counting your steps from an inhale, counting your steps on an exhale. As I'd mentioned in, I think, our last episode, episode 6, we talked about nasal breathing and the importance and the benefits it can be for bedtime. You don't have to be perfect, you really just have to be intentional. So what can I take away from all of this information here today? Nasal breathing improves our oxygen efficiency. it brings calm and regulation to our nervous system. It improves our quality of sleep. And really, and most importantly, it is a strong foundation for any and all breathwork practices. In our next episode, we're going to talk about breathing dysfunction. I've had a lot of questions recently about what that looks like and how it shows up, and more importantly, how you can help improve any breathing dysfunction you may have. So I look forward to seeing you in our next episode.